Hey, so it's the first time I've made a video in a while. We're here in Niagara Falls. We got some pretty nice weather, and I would like to try to do some street photography. This is something I've actually never tried before, so I'm excited to try it out. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking around on Clifton Hill, and I've got the Canon 50mm 1.4. I'm going to be using that to take some pictures of people, try and get some interesting stories. I'm deciding to use the 50mm instead of a zoom lens because I want to challenge myself to put myself in the correct place to take a photo rather than having the flexibility of zooming in and out to avoid interacting with people. So this is one, trying to get some good photos, trying to get some good stories, and two, also just a bit of a confidence building exercise for me. So let's try it out, see what we can get. So I'm back from the street photography adventure. Loaded up the pictures I took a look through them, and realized that most of them are garbage. But that's kind of expected because with street photography you can't really set things up exactly how you want. You kind of have to just try and capture something authentic, capture something real, and see what you get. So like I said, most of it is not very good. But I did find 10 pictures that I took that I liked. Out of these 10 pictures that I liked, there's also some major flaws with them. So because I'm still learning, you're still learning, I figured that we can take a look at my mistakes, look at what went wrong, and then you cannot make those mistakes in the future. So generally here, I was trying to tell a story with the photography of people visiting Niagara Falls. And what a lot of people do when they visit Niagara Falls is they take pictures. Now, I didn't want to just take some nice pictures of Niagara Falls. What I wanted to do was take pictures of the people taking pictures, because when someone is taking a picture, they are creating a very enclosed worldview of that particular moment, framed exactly how they want it. And I wanted to back that up a little bit and to take a look at the wider picture that they're experiencing, not just what they will see on that person's Instagram feed, but the greater context of what's going on. So the first photo we have here, I think that this is fitting that story. I think that this is something good for what we're looking for. Some major mistakes is that, and this is a common theme in everything today, is that I had autofocus on, and autofocus really screwed me on a lot of these. So if you look over here, this was our focus point. We absolutely missed focus. If I had focus on here, if I had focus on this guy, either of those would be fine. And it's not, whoops, and it's not awful the way it is, but it's not particularly good. It's not something I'm proud of. So when I went into this, I just flipped everything onto auto because I wanted to make sure that I had the most opportunities to take these pictures, but I think that putting it into manual focus mode would have slowed me down a little bit. Maybe I would have missed a few shots, but it would have made the ones that I got generally of a higher quality. So that's a common theme in the pictures today. Our second one, we're actually still focused on the same post. Actually, I guess a little down here. This second one, yes, we were kind of screwed by the autofocus, but the other thing is I'm realizing that I need to be a little bit more bold. I want to get closer to my subjects. I want to get a little bit closer to the action. So here, if I was closer to this person doing the squat here, and maybe if I, like if for example, we had a crop like this, you know, that could have been something cool. Maybe it maybe would have been better if I was more to the left of this so that we could get the street in view as well. But really, this person, I don't know, they're a little, they are supposed to be my subject here, but they aren't very prominent. And part of that is because of the focus issue, but also part of that is because of my framing and my cautiousness of how close to get. This one I actually like quite a bit. I wish I was on the other side of these people, and I think this comes down to a confidence thing and a cautiousness thing, because I did see this group of people coming up, and I could have stopped and took a picture of them from the front, but I didn't. I continued walking, turned around, and then took the picture. And it's not awful. You know, we still have the experience of documenting people documenting their trip to Niagara Falls, but without faces, it doesn't really pop. There's no personality here. So it's not bad, but it could be a lot better. Our next one, I thought that this was going to be so good until I noticed that this was our focus point. You know, I'm going to keep saying this, but put it on manual focus, even if it slows you down a little bit. The precision you get, the accuracy, is going to be well worth it, because, you know, for something like this, to focus on that little beam when we have a story here, we've got a story over here. These people are kind of, we couldn't really do much with that from this current framing, but like, this could have been so much better if we weren't focused on this post. And it was so close, but we didn't get there. Manual focus. Now this one, I want to say I wish I was closer. I don't think I would have had the time to get closer. I saw these people preparing to take a photo, and I wanted to document the greater picture here. So I couldn't really get over in time unless I started sprinting, at which point, you know, I'm trying to be a little inconspicuous, and that wouldn't really work. They'd be like, why the hell is this guy with the giant camera running over to us? So, you know, this is kind of just wrong place at the wrong time thing, but it's not awful. This is one of the ones that I'm kind of happier with. I saw this person getting ready to take a picture, and I wanted to take advantage of this natural frame that we had from like a stone building. This could have been good. I think that my light balance wasn't great. It's kind of a difficult shot for full auto mode to get correct. So this is kind of the pitfall of automatic shooting, because this could have been something cool, but it would require tweaking of settings, getting things right, and having this person stay there for an extended period of time, when the reality is with authentic street photography, we can't just force them to stand there. So you get what you get. Now this one, don't do this. Do not do this. Like, this tells the story of people going too far for their social media feeds, because these people are up here very possibly risking death to get a picture slightly closer to Niagara Falls. Do not do this. We've got a sign literally right here saying do not climb on the railings. So many people die. Don't do it. But of course I took a picture of it, because this is exactly the story we're trying to tell. Right, the greater picture of people taking pictures. I'm sure whatever they took looked fantastic. They didn't die, so I guess for them it was worth it. But this is very risky activity, and also I missed focus again. But I'm gonna stop complaining about that. Overall, there are no real major complaints I have about this one. My framing could have been better. I could have gotten a little closer, but it was also one of those instances where I didn't really have time to get that much closer if I wanted to capture this moment. It would have been nice to have a zoom lens, but because I was challenging myself to actually get close to my subjects, I didn't take the zoom lens. I had the 50mm prime. So, it is what it is. And then here, this is one of the only ones where I actually did get the focus exactly where I needed it. I could have been a little bit closer, but I don't mind this distance. Like, having the street in this picture makes it a bit more authentic of a story. We've got us watching them take a picture of whatever it is they're taking a picture of. I think out of frame, what they're taking a picture of is the Ripley's Believe It or Not, something like that. I think that's what that is. Anyway, so this one I'm actually pretty happy with. And then our final picture, I think this goes back to what we were talking about over on our third one. Faces would make this pop quite a bit if I was on the other side of these people. Well, we wouldn't have this street view, so maybe that would be not as good. But I know that they were walking down the street and turning the corner here, so if I was better on my timing and better on my confidence levels, then I could have gotten a picture of them facing me and getting this street view as well. So since I'm not super happy with these photos, I am challenging myself to try this thing again, and my homework is to 1, slam that thing in manual focus, and 2, I want to be more confident, get closer to my subjects, and just generally be less afraid of taking authentic photographs of these people. So that's my homework for myself. I'm sure there are more issues with these pictures that I didn't see, so if you saw something and you want to give me some critique, please post that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. If you want to show me what you have done for some street photography or photography in general, send that to me on Instagram or Twitter, or post it in the comments, whatever it is. I want to see it. So yeah, show me what you got. I hope you also try the homework challenge of doing some street photography and being bold and confident in your shooting, and I will see you next time.